All right, everybody, welcome in to a special, very happy edition of Strictly MLB. I am your host, Matt, Marty, Wampier, whatever you want to call me. I'm here with my two pals, Constantine. What's up, bud? How you
Yep,
feeling?
feeling great, man. I wish everybody could have seen my reaction. I was walking out of my library on campus with two
Yeah.
of my Yankee fan friends.
Oh, that's good.
It
All
was
right, hold on.
sweet.
Pause for a second. I do want to do how do you react in the moment, but let's introduce our other
Yeah,
co-host first.
absolutely.
Tyrese, what's up? How you feeling?
I feel great. I feel marvelous, spectacular. It's a great day to be a Mets fan.
It's a great day to be a Mets fan. So the reason we're here, everybody, is because I'm sure you've all heard the news, but Juan Soto is a New York Met, and he is a New York Met for the next 15 years. He will be 41 when this contract expires. This is the longest contract in baseball history, possibly the longest contract in sports history. It is for 760.
Because Magic Johnson got that 25.
Oh, right. That's right. Okay. Good call. All right. Longest contract in baseball history. That's the only thing I said. We're going to pretend I didn't forget about that. It is for $765 million, which is both by net present value because there's no deferred money and by overall value, the biggest contract ever. There are escalators apparently going up to about 800. We don't know what those are yet. As far as I'm aware, have Heyman or Passan tweeted that out since? I don't think so.
Sure.
Or Rosenthal. I'm just trying to refresh Twitter to see if I see anything, but I don't. Well, if we get that info, we will mention it. But in the meantime, again, no deferred money. It's all guaranteed. There is an opt-out after 5 years. I was just saying to Tyrese before we started, I don't give a shit about that opt-out. Juan Soto's a Met for the next 15 years. Like, he'll probably take it, and he's going to re-sign with the Mets for another $700 million. Like, that's what's going to happen. It's fine. He's not going anywhere. He's going to the Hall of Fame as a Met. He's going to be a Met for the rest of his career. It doesn't happen. This doesn't happen to the Mets. Like, if you're not a Mets fan, you don't understand. This literally does not happen to. I mean, right? Am I wrong, guys? This shit does not happen to the Mets.
No.
I just want people to understand, like, the reason that it didn't matter what you paid Juan Soto is because you're not just paying for Juan Soto, the baseball player. You have a chance to grab the entire city right now for the first time in how many decades? It goes so far beyond the field. This is like, I'm not even here to lick Steve Cohen's boots, but this is a Steve
No, lick
Cohen.
him. Fuck it. Lick his boots.
This
I never
is
do this.
Steve
Billionaires
Cohen,
are bad. Billionaires
right?
shouldn't exist. Steve
Yes.
Cohen should exist.
Yes.
I love insider trading.
Yeah.
It's actually the best, honestly. But this is a Steve Cohen moment through and through. You saw, like, dude, Hal Steinbrenner offered somebody $760 million to come back to the Yankees, and they said no.
Yeah, I don't want to. You know what? Okay, so just a little spoiler. Max, our buddy Max from Strict Court, is going to be joining us later to talk about the Yankees' perspective. And I don't want to rub this in his face too much, but like, I do not care that it's 760 over 16. Juan Soto signed with the Mets for $5 million more. $5 million more. I don't even care about the escalators. He signed for $5 million more with the Mets. All right, like, he wanted to be a Met. Can I just point out? I kept my mouth shut about this, but do you guys remember 2 years ago when the Nationals were about to trade him, that a bunch of rumors popped up that he wanted to be a Met, and the Nationals wouldn't trade him to the Mets because of their division?
And he posted a thing on Instagram at Citi Field.
Yeah, right. I said this before the season when we were doing, like, because I in the Strict Court said I'm not talking about Juan Soto all season. I can't do it. It's too stressful. He's not going to be, he won't be a free agent until the end of the year. But before the season started, my official prediction was that he wants to be a Met, but since he's a Yankee, it's close enough, and he'll stay with the Yankees. Thank God I was wrong. But the point is, I've always believed seriously that he wanted to play for the Mets. And, I mean, he did. Like, what else can you say? He took the same contract from the Mets. I don't care that it was one fewer year. Like, that fucking 16, that's AAV shit. It doesn't matter.
At that point, also, if you're Juan Soto, are you, like, kind of thinking to yourself, are you serious?
Yeah. Right. You can't just like match the Mets contract. You have to like give me this bullshit. That's like.
Not to mention, like, if you're gonna do that, just like go to 780. Like,
right.
Why did they decide to just do 16 for 17?
I mean, honestly, the thing is, this is what the tea leaves were saying the whole time, and they were right. Cohen wasn't giving up. Like, if Hal went to 780, Cohen was just gonna be like, "Fuck you. Here's 800." He wasn't giving up, and I think eventually Steinbrenner was going to, and he did. I mean, he did. And so, like, you know, I guess for Soto, this was the Yankees fans' cope this whole last 2 weeks was he wants to be a Yankee. The only way he'll be a Met is if the Mets blow the Yankees out of the water. What happened? It was the same fucking offer, and he's a Met.
They didn't blow him out the water, and they were talking about legacy and how, you know, he loved batting it behind Judge, and it's just like legit. He chose the Mets. I think I remember there was like a clip there he talked about like playing for the Mets, and that like he had this tryout with the Mets, and it was like really good, and the Mets decided out of IFA, but it's like it just kind of feels like he wanted to be a Met the entire time.
Well, and remember the Mets had originally, but then there was a switch at the last second, signed his brother a few years ago.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And then he signed with the Nationals, which, like, I mean, he wasn't going back to the Nationals, so who cared about that? But
remember those rumors at the start of this offseason? They were like, "Oh, maybe."
Yeah, I know that was he's going home. He's going home. Yeah, okay. The Lerners are going to pay $800 million for Juan Soto. Give me a fucking break. All right, so let's kind of try to actually have a serious discussion here. Let's start with Con. You started telling your story of where you were, how you reacted. Why don't you teased us a little bit? Finish your story.
Okay, so I'm there with a group of kids, right? Not all of them are baseball fans, but two of them are. Or one of them is a big Yankees fan, one is like a casual. Then we're all leaving. I get the notification on my phone, and my best friend, who's like the biggest Yankee fan that I know personally, like I'm just casually standing there. I get the notification. I start jumping up and down. Like I have my phone in my hand. I just like throw my phone. I'm like just screaming, hollering like Juan Soto is a Met, and he's just there like, what do you like? Okay, like congrats, but like, what the fuck? Like, can you tell me?
Who is that?
I just now saw his comment that I said it's my guy Nick right here.
Oh, okay. Hold on, let me put it on the screen for everybody since it's your friend. We can.
Yeah. And
Hi, Nick.
In the moment, I was like just on cloud nine, right? Like nothing mattered. I had tests tomorrow. Like nothing fucking mattered. Who cares? And then I quickly came back down to earth, and I was like, I don't want to be too much of a dick because this is my boy.
Well, he's being a dick to you.
Yeah. But like, this is fucking seismic, man. Like he even looked at me and was like, "Congrats," because this doesn't happen, right? Like how he says over here, he says, "I'm so upset."
All right, I'll stop. I'm going to stop putting everyone next comments on the screen.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Con.
He's like, enjoy this because even though he has his moments where he is dumb in right field, this is like it's a special thing to watch him day in day out. You know, be at the plate for your team, and I'm just excited, man. Like there's downside, but I'm not going to talk about that right now. That's not what we're here for, right?
Can we just? I'm going to pull the numbers while Tyrese is talking. I am pretty sure that you guys remember what Juan Soto did this year, right? He was unlucky.
With the 1,000 OPS, was unlucky.
He had an unlucky season by batting numbers. I'm going to look at his analytics and I'll get back to you. Tyrese, why don't you talk about, while I'm doing that, how you reacted, what you were doing, etc.
I was honestly just scrolling the timeline, just waiting for it. And the thing that like got me upset was I think Feinstein had broken the conforter to the Dodgers news. Yeah. And I saw the Dodgers, and I was like, no fucking way did this happen. I was like, no way the Dodgers came in and made an offer. And then I saw Michael Conforter, and I was like, okay, well, too big of fuck. And then I think was it Brad Miller? I forget his name.
Randy Miller.
Yeah. So I think he came on a report with the Mets going up to 800, and then people were like, wait, what? And then I think Randy Miller.
Well, no, so it was. If I could just do the timeline real quick, it was Bill Madden about about an hour. Well, okay, so started with about at 8:00. Andy Martino and Mike Puma tweeted out in succession. Which, by the way, the fact that Mike Puma tweeted that out should have been more of a hint than we took it as. That Soto was announcing tonight. Puma is a Cohen. Like Puma is a Cohen guy. Cohen leaks to Puma. We probably should have known right then that it was over. But I mean, we don't want to fucking believe that, you know. So then, about an hour later, probably around 9:00, Bill Madden tweets that he heard that the Mets are going to 800, which obviously was the ultimate offer, including the escalators that we don't really know the details of yet, and that the Yankees were stopping at 750 to 760. We also know that was true. Yankees' final offer from Heyman was 760. So clearly the escalators probably did matter, but the point is he said Yankees will not be going to 800. Then about 45 minutes after that, Bob Klapisch put out an article right at the same time as Randy Miller where he said the same thing. I heard the Mets are going to 800. If the Mets go to 800, Yankees aren't matching. He's a Met. And then about 15 minutes after that, Heyman tweeted the beautiful, beautiful news.
Also, I knew Heyman was going to fucking tweet it. I knew Heyman was going to tweet that shit.
Yeah, I mean, Heyman, I got to say, my guess was Heyman would just say Soto to Mets, and then Passan would have the whole contract. But Heyman got the contract out. So good for him.
He was in the room, that's why.
Okay, let's not. I don't want Heyman coming on here and yelling at us saying he'll never be on Strickland again.
Was it Heyman, Martino, Passan? Because I looked at my phone.
It was Heyman, Passan. I mean, honestly, once Heyman tweeted it, I shut down my tweet, so I don't really even fucking know what order it was. But
I think it was Heyman,
Passan, Rosenthal all had it within 3 minutes of each other.
Yeah.
Anyway, same for me with Tyrese. I was on the couch. I was actually watching. So, I love the Baseball Prospectus Mets podcast, and they were doing a live recording in case the Soto news broke during the podcast. So I actually left that recording to come to this, but I was watching that, and all of a sudden the Baseball Prospectus Discord just explodes, and we're just with the Heyman tweet. I swear to God, I almost cried. Like I couldn't. I saw the Heyman tweet, and I was like, first of all, is this a fake? Like, is this a fake Heyman fucking with us?
I had noties on it, and I was like, is this a fake?
No, I didn't have notifications on, so I clicked on the link, and I was like, if this isn't actually Heyman, I think I'm going to jump out the window. And it was really Heyman. And I texted my whole family. I was like, I can't fucking believe this happened. It's not like I seriously, I started pacing around the apartment. I was really felt like I was on the verge of tears. I know I was saying all week, I maxed out at 90%. I thought he was going to the Mets. If I'm telling you the truth, in my heart, I never really believed it. My head was telling me 90%. My heart was saying he's a fucking Yankee because this doesn't happen to the Mets. These people don't go to the Mets. It's just. And then all day today, after the Heyman shit from yesterday, where he said the Yankees came close to the Mets offer, I was like, he's going back to the Yankees. It's just and again, logically, I was like, I really think this is Mets. Reading all the shit that Heyman's saying, it sounds like it's the Mets, but my heart was telling me you can't accept it's going to be the Yankees. And I mean, March 28th or whatever the fuck, we're going to turn on SMY and Juan Soto is going to be in a Mets uniform. Batting second by difference.
Before that, it's going to be spring training. This is
spring training, whatever. It won't feel real. It won't feel real until the first game of the season.
I don't give it. It felt real when Frankie held the camera and was walking around in spring training, okay?
You're right.
I needed to show up in a fucking Mets jacket and just say good morning, my neighbors. And he's a fucking bad dude. He's bad.
All right. Okay. So where I kind of gave away my answer, I think we're all in agreement. Where do you put Soto in the lineup?
2.
Yeah, 2. Lindor, Soto. I think Lindor, Soto, Vientos. If Pete's back, Pete's after that, then Nimmo is probably how it goes. 1 to 5. Yeah.
And then
the Pete stuff is just I don't know what I would do with his contract. I don't think I'd give him 5 years.
He's getting 5 years.
He's getting to come back.
The thing is, I would give him 4, which means I'll be okay with them giving him 5. That's kind of how I feel about it.
Yeah, what's going to happen is they're probably going to sync it up to the Soto opt-out.
Yeah, good point. I think you do 5, 150.
Yeah, you pay him over the years.
Yeah, start at 35, escalate down to 25 or something like that. AAV is AAV, but
I don't even care about the luxury. It's all luxury tax. So it doesn't matter.
No, but it's just like, I mean, the AAV is the only thing that matters for luxury tax, but like actual straight payroll, they might want it to de-escalate. So
honestly,
like,
I would honestly defer some of it, just to kind of like hit the just to kind of help the CBT.
I feel like the first base market is just not going to have the money out there for him.
I mean, they could go get a third baseman instead, you know, but
that's
whatever.
Cool.
Bregman, but fuck him. So not interested. He sucks.
Yeah, if it's like Soto, sorry, if it's Pete versus Bregman, like they're just gonna do Pete because
I mean, I wanted Adames. I wanted Adames for third base, but he's obviously a Giant, so it is what it is.
It just comes down to Pete is the best bet you could get without having to use any qualifying.
Yeah, I mean, again, 5 years, it's fine. Like, is he going to be probably – the thing is he'll break the home run record, which is good because he'll have it for like 5 years before Soto breaks it. And it's like weird to say. And, you know, like he'll probably be awful after the first 2 years, but who's going to care at that point?
At this point, like, just if you hit 30 dingers and just give Soto protection in the lineup, I don't care. That's kind of where I'm at. Where I'm just like, at this point, he might be like, a 2-WAR baseman, and he's probably going to be a 2-WAR baseman for the length of the contract.
Yeah, I mean,
until the end of it, where he's like a DH. But like, if you could just hit 30 home runs and make sure that like guys get home, I don't care. That's kind of where I'm at. I'm just like, this is the best bet you can get. He's a Met. He's going to break the records. Everybody's going to love him. It makes my jersey in my closet relevant. Like,
right now, the lineup, I'm not talking about like lineup in order. I'm just talking about around the field. Alvarez a catcher. First base is open, but we're all saying we assume Pete's coming back. McNeil's at second. Lindor's at short. Vientos third. And then left to right in the outfield is Nimmo. Probably some sort of weird Siri Taylor platoon in center, and then Soto in right. And Marte is probably the DH. I kind of think, like, I don't know where I would put that person, but they probably still need one more bat.
I don't know where you get it.
I just don't know where you put him. Like you could.
This is exactly why you guys have me on, just for this. I don't know how often I've talked about it in Discord, but I have a massive Jock Peterson agenda. And
I feel like that's the guy you got a platoon with Marte.
With Marte.
Right?
But then it's like he won't platoon.
I'm done with that. Yeah. Also, some Jewish representation on the Mets after Harrison Bader's gone.
True.
The one thing that is like this whole offseason, I've thought about like creative ways to get Marte off of the books and stuff like that.
I can keep him.
Marte,
fine.
It's also like I wouldn't be surprised if Soto is like kind of fucking with that, like kind of having Starling Marte with him.
Like all the American guys love Marte. They all love.
They're from the same town.
Yeah, like I don't think they're trading Marte with Soto on the team, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like Derrick Rose.
Yeah. So no, I think Peterson's a good shout, Con. I think you get Peterson, do a like basically 50-50 split. You can put Peterson in the outfield occasionally if you have to give Nimmo a day off his feet. Like it's fine if he's.
But that's why you have Taylor.
And then you have Taylor too. Like it's that's good. That's solid. And then Acuna's a backup infielder, which is fine.
OG shit is dead.
And the rotation's a question mark, but we'll circle back to the rotation later. I want to bring Max up, who's been waiting patiently for his chance to wax poetic about the end of Juan Soto on the Yankees. Maxwell?
What's up? Congratulations, first off, to
Thanks.
you guys. I hope we can be respectful towards me.
We wanted to get all the slander out of the way, even though you had to listen to it before.
And you also forget that I just had to listen to all of that.
Yeah.
with nothing whatsoever. One of the first things I'm just gonna do a little quick respectful spiel about this. Spiel or spiel?
Spiel.
You would know better. Spiel? Okay.
Yeah, it's even though it's SP, it sounds like SH.
Really interesting.
Yeah.
I don't think. In the end, it really did seem like you wanted to be in that. I don't think it. I know it kind of looks bad. The Yankees were like $4 million off, AAV off. He wanted to be a Met. It's it's clear that like I was just reading this Athletic article from who's the Athletic writer for the Britain?
For the Mets, it's either
Yeah.
Sam or Britton. They have two.
Yeah.
I think it's Britain. It might be Sam. I don't know. Basically, just like like Cohen's selling them on the vision, him on the vision, like like I got the money to play and yada yada. I mean, like the dude's like one of the richest people in the world. Like like it's he sold them on that. Obviously, like the dude has a brother in the Mets organization. He's close with people on the Mets. He wanted to be part of the culture. I mean, it is what it is. I always thought that like he really did love being a Yankee, and I guess it wasn't enough, and that's fine. And I will I'm not gonna respect him for it because screw him. But
Yeah, I mean, you should hate him.
He gets to go. He now gets to go to an organization where he gets to be the face of the franchise. Go in the Hall of Fame as a Met, and it's awesome for him. But sorry, I got a call.
Do you want to yell at Donovan Mitchell before we move on?
Hold on. Yeah. Yeah. No, Donovan Mitchell stuff is so corny though. I hate Donovan Mitchell. That was so corny. That is what literally allowed me to move on so quickly.
You really pulled a huge 180.
I wasn't even coming on here. Like I'm literally laying in bed and like sobbing, kind of. I'm like, they do like my favorite player, but now screw this guy. He's gonna call Donovan Mitchell. This dude was man, and like I obviously like I'm privy to certain things as Marty knows.
Yeah.
And we can discuss it off the pod, and I'm not gonna do it on here. But
one thing I will say, Max, before you move on, I'm not going to reveal anything. Is, I mean, I think we pretty much nailed it, right? We had it pretty much nailed.
Yeah, we nailed it. You mostly nailed the timeline. But I think it was less.
You're kind of going in and out.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Andy Martino tweets, the Yankees were in the lead for the Soto all through the process, through the weekend and late afternoon today. Steve Cohen came from the top row very late and got it done. Okay, so that's completely different than I thought.
Honestly, I don't believe Martino.
Yeah, no. That's like a weird.
That feels like spin.
Leak.
Like I just think
it makes it seem like superheroes. Cohen came to the rescue. I feel like the Mets were in the lead the entire time. I don't know.
This is going to be. Let me figure out how to say this. Okay, I'll say it this way. I heard that nobody wanted to say it. The entire industry knew all week that it wasn't happening with the Yankees. Like, Hal was trying, but like, so basically, like, I mean, Soto wanted to be a Met, and that was kind of like that was it.
That's so shocking to me.
Yeah, like, but nobody wanted to say it in case they were wrong, or like the Yankees.
The Mets. Like we can call it spade a spade. People just expected the Mets to screw this up because of their history.
Right.
Like you guys all thought too, right?
Oh, for sure. I mean, you heard me, Max, before you came on here, that I, like, despite all the bluster I had, even with you privately, in my heart, the whole time was like, they're gonna fuck this up. He's a Yankee.
You saw me in Discord today. I was not capping.
Well, you were being such a fucking baby.
I do think that. I guess this is a little. I'll say it like this. I do think that the Yankees did think that they had a legitimately good shot at landing this. But obviously, in the end, the Mets just kept 1-0 them. I keep saying the Mets. Stearns had nothing to do with this. It was all Cohen.
But I mean, Neil and Cashman, to be fair, like this was Hal versus.
No, Stearns and Cashman were both probably telling their owners, "Don't do this. This is stupid."
Stearns
did you see that tweet about how Stearns and Cashman were on the same plane to Dallas tonight? Like,
were they actually?
Yeah, apparently yes.
Oh my god.
Which is so funny, but also proof that like they weren't even in Dallas. Stearns wasn't there while Cohen was wrapping up this deal.
Well, Boris doesn't. The way he operates is that he goes straight to the owner.
Yeah, no, but also
well,
on this,
not
like,
always. If it's like a guy, it's like maybe like the Conforto situation, like with the Dodgers.
yeah,
like,
Conforto,
he
he
went
did that with.
like that's like less than 20 million.
Yeah.
But for like obviously like for literally the greatest contract.
But also, like, you're gonna
yeah.
ask the guy to spend $750 million. Like, his GM can't sign off on that.
Right. Hold on. Did y'all see this Darren Rovell tweet?
No.
Which one?
With an average annual value of $51 million, Juan Soto will out-earn Dale Strawberry's career earnings, $30.6 million, on Game 98 of his first season with the Mets.
God damn.
Dude, I love Strawberry, man. I don't know what he really means to Mets fans.
I mean, it's tough because, like, none
Yeah.
of us were alive when he was a Met.
But like I grew up on
My
like
dad
the,
swears
like,
by the guy though.
grew up like watching nonstop the 1998 Yankees VHS tape, and so like I love Strawberry. I loved
I
everything
mean, he's
about him.
like, the connection I have to him is through my parents, who, like, for them, Strawberry is obviously, you know,
The guy.
important. And like him
Yeah.
retiring his number wasn't even a question for any Mets fan that was alive in '86. But like for me, it's kind of like, you know, I know how good he was, but I don't have that connection to him. Like, you know, when they retire David Wright's number this year,
Ooh,
that's going to be what?
the escalators came out. Soto can
Oh.
either opt out after the 5th year
Yep.
or receive a $4 million raise per season from 51 to 55 million.
No, he's taking the raise.
Where is this? Sorry.
Jorge Castillo. I'll send it in the Discord. But yeah.
Oh,
so,
yeah, Jorge Castillo's legit. That's real.
Yeah, no, Castillo's great.
Yeah. So,
Um,
he's
from Worcester? Didn't know that. That's crazy.
Soto's just going to take the escalator.
He might as well just opt into it today.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, unless, you know what, honestly, though, he's going to do what Boris did with
No,
Cole.
if he has a crazy 5 seasons.
Yeah, he's going to do what Boris did with Cole and try to see what he can get. But the thing is, like, I mean, you agree, Max, he's, like, not leaving the Mets, right? There's just, no matter what happens, he's a Met for the rest
I
of
mean, I would assume he doesn't, but I like if he's you know it is Juan Soto at the end of the day. If he does Juan Soto things, he's opting out for 5 years.
Yeah, he'll opt out.
This is a guy who is after time taking taking a chance. Like it's funny saying taking a chance on himself when it's Juan Soto, but he's literally done that each time in his career that he's.
I mean, he'll opt out. He'll opt out. I just think he'll probably end up just taking the escalators, but he could opt out and then just get Cohen to give him another
$60 million for like 6
I mean,
years.
and my point is, like, even if he opts out, he's not signing that deal with another team. Like, he's really
he's
don't
probably
see
not.
any scenario.
But like I don't know. Probably take less years. Like what if the Mets? It might not even be 15 years. What if like the Mets came in? What if he like opted? This is so like whatever. Like this might.
Yeah,
not
this is
even happen.
2029 shit. We don't really.
But like imagine like after 5 years he puts up like top 3 MVP finish of top 3 MVP finish because he won't win an MVP because Ohtani exists, unfortunately.
Well,
yeah.
If not pitching, then...
Can I stop you for a second and just point out that the Mets have never won an MVP in history. They finally have a guy who like is so obviously like Lindor. I love Lindor. He's amazing. He's MVP caliber, but he's not MVP caliber in the way Soto was MVP caliber. Sure. And fucking Ohtani is just going to win every year anyway.
If he's not pitching, I don't know if he's winning next year.
He's going to be pitching. He's going to be pitching like he's going to start pitching like midway through April. He'll be fine.
Yeah,
he's going to win.
I guess the only thing I'll say is like in 5 years, Soto will be 31 and Ohtani will be 35, and like Ohtani might not be winning MVP anymore in 5 years, but Soto will still be in his prime.
This is the best player ever lived. And again, look, like you guys have Soto, awesome, amazing. Yeah. We're still talking about Ohtani, but my point is, what like could happen? Like, what if like he opted out and then he's like, I want, like I'm not feeling like maybe I want like a higher AAV, and then Cohen just like, how about I just give you like $60 million over like 5 years?
Yeah,
if he does that, I will fucking give Steve Cohen a kiss. Like
that's why like that's like the only way I could see it not being 15 years. Like he's gonna be a Met for at least like next 10 years. Like I'm just
you're right.
Again,
sure.
These are such stupid hypotheticals to have. Literally,
it's just
an hour after he signed.
I mean, the fact is, his prime is with the Mets. Is 26 to 31, seasons or 26 to 30. I got this. 26 to 30 seasons at least, because he turns a new age during the World Series every year, are with the Mets. Probably is 26 to 41 seasons. but at the very or 40 seasons, but at the very least it's 26 to 30. I'm like,
Okay,
after that,
hold on. So sorry, I have to stop you. So Rosenthal said that it's a situation. It is exactly like Cole's. So, like the Mets, like not in the way
the
like
Mets
the
can
add-on
void
here,
it.
but that the Mets void the opt-out by increasing it by 4
They're
years.
gonna void it then. This is
Yeah.
So essentially, this is
A 15.
essentially a 15-year deal for $805 million.
correct.
But
Right?
I would assume.
Yes. Wait, no.
Yeah.
So with $4 million extra for 10 years, yeah, you're right. Yes, 15. That's the
And
deal.
so,
Yeah.
I guess when you look at it that way, it doesn't like. I guess it takes a little
Less
bit away
obvious that he took the same deal from the Mets that he got from the
Yeah,
Yankees.
yeah.
It's true.
But still, like that doesn't mean jack shit.
But also, like that doesn't change that. Like I said, this is the person I heard this from would know, and Max can back me up. Like this, he wanted to be a Met all the way. Like he did.
But it also does confirm that Cohen did get $800 million.
Yes, he hit $800 million.
He did.
Yeah, I mean this contract, like you said, Con, this contract is $15,805. I mean, like obviously you just void the opt out. They'd be insane not to. Why would you not just void it? So, you know, all right. So Max,
last thing I'll say. Last thing I'll ask. And this is me just trying to save face here. When does Soto get the captain? The C.
Oh no, Lindor gets it. So does
Lindor gets it. Yeah.
But you got your star player, your face of the franchise. He's not the captain.
Lindor's the so
Lindor is not the face of the franchise anymore.
I think he is.
Not give a guy an $805 million contract.
That's like saying Jalen Brunson is
Lindor.
You sound like Princess right now. I'm dying.
That was my best. No, that was. I mean, I'm like obviously half joking, but like Lindor is not the face of the franchise anymore.
Yes, he is.
That is like a serious. Like he's not.
Mike.
He's not.
He's not the face. It's Lindor, Mike. It's Lindor.
I'm sorry. Like the emotional quotient. Like Soto has to build that. Soto has to like.
Lindor can be their Josh Hart. That's awesome. Good for him.
Okay, but no, Lindor's Jalen Brunson.
Yeah,
Brunson is
Soto's
Cat.
Soto's Cat. Soto's Cat. Yeah.
Like yes, you are probably
saying that Cat's better than Brunson.
Cat is probably better than Brunson.
Cat is better than Brunson.
Okay, I've been saying that, but Omar doesn't agree.
This isn't an extreme. We're not doing this right now.
Oh, I would love to do this right now, but I'm also like a Brunson hater, but the way I hate Judge. But I actually do hate Judge. So
okay. Can we actually? Judge is a fucking wimp.
He is a wimp.
So in all seriousness, I don't agree for the same reasons that you had earlier. I think with Judge, he understands exactly how stressful. Completely different. He saw it go down. How like one of these contracts, like how like that goes down. And I think he just wanted to be respectful. And if Judge refers him,
that's weak. That's weak. Soto's a Met now.
Like, what is Judge gonna do?
He calls him and says, "Dude, I'll give you half my contract."
Yeah, he's doing that. Sure, awesome, fantastic.
No,
that's what he should have done. But like, I really don't like Judge is a wimp because he's a playoff dropper and tries to control the. My biggest gripe with him is that you're right. You're actually 100% right. Because my whole standing is that he always makes the wrong moves and has the wrong ideas for the organization, and this is literally such a great example. You know what? You're right. You know what? You're a genius. Actually, I
mean, how many of those guys on the team are like his buddies, right?
Yeah. Oh my God, is Verdugo coming back? Oh God.
Oh,
okay.
By the way,
we'll discuss that at some point.
People on the Yankees. You know what the Mets should actually do that I forgot about? Labor.
They're not going to do it. They're not going to do Labor.
They should.
That's Soto's boy.
I would put. Well, no, Labor refuses to play third because I was going to say you could just put him at third and then put Vientos at first. And
I don't think Glaber's a fit for them.
But Glaber doesn't want to play third, so that's not going to work.
Also, is Glaber like? I'm far from trying to preach this guy's gospel. Is Glaber worth the money that it would take to get him on the roster.
I will say this: Glaber is extremely annoying. That man will fucking show up in the playoffs, though.
Yeah, I mean, he always shows.
He literally like look at his playoff career numbers, and I hate using
No, but it's a thing. Like you can say like it's not the end all be all, but it like look at fucking Judge.
There's a sample there for it.
It happens. Yeah.
He's our Kike Hernandez.
Yeah.
While Max is looking up his playoff numbers, like,
that's what
you're gonna pay Glaber whatever he's gonna cost, right? Which high teens.
I mean, we're talking like 580, like 590. It's not gonna be that bad.
I'm assuming. Wait, did you say 5 years, 90 million?
Something like that. Yeah.
That's insane.
It's 5 years. I think you can get him on 3 years.
I think you can get him on three. He's
28. So
I think you need to sign him for 5 years, unless he like is trying to just take like a. Because I don't think he needs like a 1 year prove it deal.
I think he showed in the playoff. I mean, really good as a leadoff hitter, man. I know he's probably not your guys' leadoff hitter, but
no, Lindor's leadoff hitter.
Yeah,
the captain.
Okay, so his stats. He kind of had a shitty World Series at the end of the day, but up until the World Series, he had a career 824 OPS in the playoffs.
I mean, look, he's like
285, 374.
And he's like a career 110 OPS guy, right? Like for a second baseman, that's fine.
Yeah, dude, he's always in like all-star conversations, dude. Yeah. I really think y'all should go after him.
I've wanted him all year. Okay, he's a career 101. Oh no, 112. 112. I was right.
I've seen like some McNeil and like stuff packages for Luis Castillo. Like, is that where you're doing?
Yeah, I mean, we know the Mariners want McNeil from 5 years ago. And the thing is, like, I love McNeil, but I mean, if you could sign Glaber, trade McNeil, and like let's say like McNeil, Gilbert, and like I don't know, fucking Tom for Castillo, I would do it.
I mean, I don't know.
Maybe not Tom. Maybe McLean.
I do think I'd give McLean, but like I know somebody who has inside stuff on like Tong's like pitch shapes and shit like that.
No, yeah, that's why I backed off of Tong, because I just remembered that I read some shit about Tong that he's about to explode. Yeah, not Tong. McLean. Yeah.
McLean's gonna explode too. That's the problem. Like,
yeah, but you got to give to get, and
you got to give somebody.
I don't think Castillo's
an ace. They don't have an ace.
Castillo's not an ace.
He's close enough.
But if you have a rotation that has Castillo and Senga and speculatively like maybe Minaya, right, as your top three, like that's a fucking damn good top three.
Yeah, they got to bring back Minaya. They have to. Like, I
assume they do.
I think they're going to end up doing Minaya and either Buehler or not Flaherty or Eovaldi, and that's just like not. I don't know. You're still missing somebody. They can't get Crochet because like they're just not going to have the pieces for Crochet.
I mean, if the rotation is Senga, Minaya, let's say Eovaldi, Peterson, Clay Holmes, Montas, and then like get pitching depth with like.
Yeah, I mean it's 6. It has to be 6 because Senga can't pitch in 5.
Yeah,
so, like that's the thing.
All right, he's got to get over that though.
No, but he can't. I mean, they don't want him to. Like the Dodgers are doing the same thing with Ohtani and Yamamoto, and probably Sasaki. Like they're just going to do a 6-man rotation. Snell already said that he thinks they're probably going to do it in his press conference.
That's also what they said even before they signed Snell. Let me take a look. Clay Holmes, number 2 starter. Is this actually happening?
I mean, right now he is. I don't think he will be. But so the thing is, like, if you trade, okay, let's say you trade actually like. So let's say McNeil, Gilbert, McLean for Castillo, right? Then your rotation is Senga, Castillo, Minaya, possibly still like Buehler, Eovaldi, Montas, and then Peterson and Holmes. Like if Holmes works as a starter, great. You figure that shit out. You could just probably trade Peterson then, or if he doesn't, you put him in the bullpen and it's fine because you still got 6 starters. Like I don't know. I think they need They don't need a clear-cut ace. Like Crochet's the only one they can get of that caliber, and they're not going to.
Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they?
I just don't think they can. I don't think they have pieces. I don't think they have pieces.
Yeah, we don't have like our farm is like really good.
We don't have the White Sox want the Mets have great pitching prospects. They do not have enough good position player prospects. And the White Sox want position playing prospects.
You don't think Kevin Parado would get it done?
The P-Man? I mean,
Dude,
you know.
That draft pick is literally the reason why we're not going to get Garrett Crochet.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's literally why.
No, I mean, because Gilbert, like you could do, like Gilbert's stock is down, Jet's stock is a little bit down, right? What the fuck's his name? Clifford's stock's a little bit down.
No, Clifford stock's up. Clifford stock's up. Gilbert had a really good year in AA.
I mean, he's not that caliber of guy. You know?
I would just say he's plateaued because he's definitely not going to be a right fielder. That's
he's a trade chip. He's a trade chip. Like you're trading.
But like my point is, like, unless the White Sox decide, the thing that we should all remember, the only thing about Crochet is like the White Sox are stupid.
Yes.
And they might be like, we love Luis Angel Acuna, please give him to us.
Like the reason I'm holding out hope for a Crochet trade is because they can get, like kind of used car salesman talked into the shit. And also, I don't think we have a package that is worth Crochet. But if a team like the Red Sox or the Orioles just don't want to trade that number one prospect who they have, like
the Red Sox,
you know what the Mets should actually do? I'm just thinking about it. Why not just go take on Sonny Gray's contract?
That's what I've been saying the entire all season.
You can't. Sonny Gray can't pitch in New York.
I don't care,
dude.
Well, even beyond Sonny Gray,
No, you can't. Sonny Gray hates New York.
I was thinking that, but with Jordan Montgomery instead.
Hell no.
Jordan Montgomery only hates the Yankees. He doesn't hate New York.
That's what I'm saying. I would like to bring him in, and I initially
I wouldn't now, only because of Holmes and Montas. Like, it's too duplicative. You can't. It's Montgomery's like, you can't trust him to be the guy.
He's too much money for somebody who's probably going to be.
I just wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I wanted to originally, but now I would not. I don't think you can.
Agreeing on for Soto where he hit second, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm telling at work.
Yeah, I mean Lindor. We're imagining Lindor, Soto, Vientos, possibly Pete if he's back, and then Nimmo.
Yeah, might as well just re-sign Pete. Pete.
Okay, so here, Jake asked this question. We talked about it briefly, but let's discuss it in a little more detail here. What do you guys think? So my idea for Pete is a 5/150, 30 million AAV. That's basically what he's looking for. A little shorter than he wants. Maybe you do make the last year a team option.
Yeah, I think so.
But I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think it'll probably be something like that, where it's like maybe like 6/1.
I don't know about six. I mean,
if 6 was a team option. So it'd be like 5 years straight, and then
okay, that's fine. Okay, that's
like $20 million.
Okay.
So it'd be like 6/170, so he gets the number.
So Con, you were at like 4.
I was around 4. For like, it was around? I would say like 4/110 is where I was at.
Okay, I mean I think that's too light. But
what I would propose is like I think a team option for Pete, just not because it doesn't make sense for us, but like I don't think that's gonna be in the contract at all for him.
Yeah.
I do think they could do something creative with like a mutual option.
Okay.
Yeah.
With I don't know whether it's home runs, ABs, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna give a team option. And if push came to shove, I'm definitely okay going to like 4 years, 128, which would be 32 million AAV.
Okay.
I'm just
forcing it done. I mean, the thing is, someone reported, was it Heyman that reported that Pete told the Mets he's going to let them match? So we'll just see what he gets ultimately.
I think Heyman said he didn't say that. But
No, that was about Soto.
Oh, okay.
I think he did say that about Pete.
I don't.
So Max, what do you think?
I'm trying to figure out what the Yankees do.
I'm going there next. But what do you think about a deal for Pete?
Who cares what you give him, dude? It's at this point. No, I'm like dead serious. Like at this point, you're giving $805 million to Juan
You're right.
Soto.
Yeah.
Dude, who cares about money at this point?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly,
They have a luxury tax named after you, dude. Just go. Who cares?
just go get Burns. Fuck it.
No,
sell
Burns
one of the
stinks.
paintings,
Don't
dude.
get
Sell one of
Burns.
the paintings and just re-sign Alonso.
Yeah, don't get Burns. He stinks.
I mean, like, who cares? Like, just maximize the 5-year window you have. With,
All right, here's what I want. Honestly, here's what I want. Here's what I want the Mets team to look like. You ready? And then I want to move to Yankees pivot moves.
Okay.
Can I interrupt just for 1 second? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So say your piece, then I'm gonna bounce out after you finish, but I want to say one quick thing before.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. So here's my ideal, I think, Mets next year. As much as I love McNeil, McNeil's off this team. Alvarez a catcher.
McNeil is off this team.
Pete's at first.
Pulled the ball in the air last year at the end after. Before
No, but hold on. Labor's at second because McNeil got traded for Castillo in my mind. Labor's at second. Lindor, obviously, Viance's at third. Nimmo, the platoon. Soto left to right. Marte and Peterson, I love that idea as a DH. They'd split DH.
We're trading McNeil for who you said?
Jock Peterson. Oh no, McNeil's traded for Luis Castillo.
But we want to sign Jock Peterson though.
Yeah, we want to sign Jock Peterson.
Yeah, no, you can't have everything, dude. Jock Peterson, I need him in the Bronx. I've been wanting him for like 10 years.
This is my ideal
Ever
Mets
since
team.
he was a Dodgers prospect, I've wanted him in the Bronx.
Let me finish. This is my ideal Mets team.
Okay.
So, and then the rotation is Castillo, Senga, Manaya. I won't go insane, and I'll just say like the Castillo, Senga, Manaya, Montas, Peterson, Holmes is the rotation. I won't also sign Eovaldi. So the lineup is Lindor, Soto, Vientos, Pete, Nimmo, the Peterson Marte platoon, then Glaber, Alvarez, center fielder. That's a good fucking lineup. All right.
Strong.
Say your shit, Con.
I just want to say that when Steve Cohen bought this team, what I thought of was we are going to have like all these different marquee players now, right? Like we're not going to have our own fucking Monument Park, but we are going to have Pantheon level players. And whenever the fuck these guys retire, you're going to have guys like DeGrom likely going in with the Mets cap, even though that was before the Steve Cohen era. You're going to have Francisco Lindor going in there with the Mets cap. You're going to have Juan Soto going in there with the Mets cap. You're going to, like, who knows what else we bring on along the way, but what is this, 5 years? And we've brought on 2 potential future Hall of Fame players.
We still got 1 year left in the 3 to 5 years World Series. Next year is go time.
There we go, right? So
I have Juan Soto.
I just want Mets fans, like, we often talk about, like, you know, billionaires are there to spend money. Like, fuck billionaires who don't spend their money. I totally agree with that. But when somebody finally steps up and does it, like, don't be afraid to appreciate who does it, right? Like, whatever the fuck you want to talk about, philanthropy and whatever, leave it out for this for this topic. Well, Steve Cohen has delivered 2 Hall of Famers, Francisco Lindor, Juan Soto. We're gonna have another guy with Jacob deGrom. There are how many different opopportunities
Max
left?
Scherzer's going in the Mets cap.
Yep. Justin Verlander is also because he loved his time here.
Hey, those plaques, those Scherzer and Verlander plaques will say New York NL on them.
Yes. And hopefully, I'm just gonna leave this here. I'm gonna do my spoiled Yankees fan bit. Hopefully, we can get Kyle Tucker next offseason too.
All right.
I'll get the fuck out of here.
Dude, no, dude.
All right, have a good night, everybody.
That was so mean. Get out of here.
What's out of the mud?
Good night, Con.
Oh man.
Sorry. Before I speak again, I just realized I should probably change my headline because Plan B enjoyer sounds like
You're actually gonna enjoy Plan B.
Yeah, no, that I like enjoy like
Oh, you're right.
getting Plan B. So
Hey,
I'm gonna say
almost
Yankees
getting women
believer
pregnant, baby.
question mark. I think it's better.
There we go. Okay.
I just dawned on me.
All right, so
Regular
Mr.
for-
Yankees believer, what do you
Yeah.
do? If you were Brian Cashman, what do you do?
What do you do? What do you do? You
Anthony
probably don't-
Santander, baby.
No,
With
I think you gotta
Teo,
stay
with
away.
Teo.
I think you gotta stay away from the qualifying offer guys, except for Freed. I think they're gonna sign Freed.
Freed for sure. Yeah.
It'll
Yeah.
be cool to have Freed in the Bronx. I mean, just as a Jewish person.
I know. That's what I said about Peterson. Bader left, and so now I need a Jew to replace him.
Yeah, I mean, God, I wish Peterson was like not horrendous at first base, because that would be like my God, like that would literally like I'd be so fine with if the exchange was Soto for Jock Peterson.
Okay,
On this
no,
roster?
you wouldn't. Shut
Dude,
up.
I love Jock Peterson. No, all seriousness,
Come on.
I do love Jock Peterson.
Stop lying to yourself, though.
Not that much. I do love Jock Peterson.
He's good.
And-
He's like a really good player. He's a really good player.
That's where Stanton not moving off DH kind of stinks, because I'd rather probably have Stanton in the outfield than Peterson.
Yeah, you
because
can't put him
Peterson's
back
actually
out.
terrible. I don't know. I'm trying to let me
So
look through
Freed-
Bobby Malone's Twitter real quick. Hold on.
I mean, Freed is
Freed.
definitely happening, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like obvious. I don't see Burns happening. That seems like
I wouldn't
no
want.
for me.
I do not want him if I'm you. Seriously.
Yeah.
His stuff is really backing up. That's
Also, like the cool thing is that I don't think the Yankees don't still gain a draft pick, right? With Soto, like they wouldn't lose it with Freed. Years.
No.
So that's a
he's-
big
no,
really.
no, they because it's different. So the
Oh,
Yankees
they
are-
lose one pick, but they get a fourth pick because of Soto.
correct.
Yeah.
Signed for like $1 billion.
Yeah, the Yankees are losing, or sorry, the Yankees are gaining a fourth round pick for Soto, but they'd be losing their
Second
first
round.
round pick for another kid.
Yankees draft well, so it's fine.
There we go.
They'll probably have to trade for Bellinger, whatever. I mean,
Yeah, they're definitely
kinda
trading Bellinger. Like you have to do that now.
dude, I would like. Why not?
Warner?
Why not bring a guy? Why not continue the whole like bringing in people that the fans hate? I think you try to poach Josh Naylor from the Guardians.
He's solid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he can hit. He can hit. He'd be a blast in Yankee Stadium, I think.
I think you guys would like Yandy Diaz a lot, actually.
Yandy Diaz is a good shout.
Yeah, I don't.
But
know.
the Yankees trade with the Rays. Does that like happen?
Do it.
I mean, he's
don't
a
see that
lefty,
not
though.
happening.
He's a
But
lefty.
they really wanted him at the deadline. They almost made it happen.
Hmm.
But then the Rays just didn't. I don't know.
They
That
traded.
was weird.
They traded Rosarena instead. I think they decided to hold
You
Diaz.
guys traded Steinbrenner Field. You trade Steinbrenner
There
Field.
you go. You give us Yandy Diaz, and we'll let you use time.
Right. No, I'd rather have Naylor over Yandy, if you're being honest. Just because Yandy's. There's nothing that scares me more than a guy that. I mean, like, he didn't hit well this year.
Yes, he did.
Okay, but here's the thing: Josh Naylor
Really?
is like actually fat.
Yeah, but like, yeah, that's the Bronx, baby.
Man.
Man.
I think Yandy Diaz did have a bad year. Hold on.
No, he had a great year. What are you talking about? He hit. I mean, he hit. 281 with a 341.
281, 314, 414, 116 OPS plus. I mean,
How many homers did he hit?
14. But he's not a
I'll
he's not
take
a
Naylor.
power guy.
Naylor could hit 30.
The thing is also like he's just a weird profile for a corner infielder, right? But like I mean, he's a useful player.
He's not like there's a cute like him and Naylor are completely different. Where
Yeah.
Yandy both are terrible in the field, by the way. Naylor, at least I always want a lefty at first base.
Yeah.
Unless it's Christian Walker, but Christian Walker, I feel like it's kind of weird. He
I
might-
don't think they're gonna go get Christian Walker. Like that sounds.
I wanted him at first, but I didn't realize he's like 35.
He's like
dude.
he's like old. he's not. You don't want him.
And obviously his defense is incredible.
There are gonna be
First
so many.
base, at the end of the day, it's first base. Like,
There are gonna be so many people saying the Yankees should get Pete, and it's just like they're not signing Pete.
oh, no, Pete's completely. I would be more shocked if Soto backs out of this deal and comes back to the Yankees.
He goes
Man.
Correa.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Speaking of Correa, I think the Yankees should call Minnesota and just see what's there.
I mean, there have been some. I gotta say, there have been some like very,
know.
very, very low key rumors that the Twins are open at trading him.
I mean, they
I don't
do
think
want to
they're okay.
they do want
Wanna
to
trade.
shed payroll,
Yeah.
and like obviously
would be-
Buxton's untradeable, in my opinion.
No, yeah, you can't. Unless, I mean, well, they don't need to because Correa's contract's so big. I'm going to say, do you take Buxton to get Correa? But it's just not necessary.
There's 3 good ones there. It's Buxton, Correa, and who? I'm
And
thinking of
the
what's
Twins.
his face? Third baseman.
I know.
Irrelevant.
Hold on.
It's irrelevant. But
now I want to know.
I don't know. One of my buddies did put that in my head, and I would be completely down with that. And you can plug him in at short or third.
You know, I would also like if the Twins are showing
Love that.
payroll. If the Twins are showing payroll, I would try to get Pablo Lopez too.
You know, Pablo Lopez. I've always thought that would.
Royce Lewis.
I'm
Royce
sure.
Lewis.
Yeah,
Royce Lewis. This is really good.
He's never healthy.
He's never healthy, but he's so good.
But I think it would be just go away from the Yankees for a second to brought up Pablo Lopez. I mean, like Lindor would fucking sign off on that in an instant.
Oh yeah, I mean the Mets should definitely get Pablo Lopez if they can.
I know Lopez is Venezuelan, but he's not Puerto Rican.
But also,
but I'm
would
pretty
be-
sure they're friendly. I feel like they are. I might be making that up.
I don't know about that, but I will say that Lopez would be the best pitcher in baseball in the Mets because the Mets bomb him every time they see him. So he didn't have to face the Mets lineup anymore. He would be really good.
Yeah.
I'm kind of on Castillo though, honestly. Like that's where I'm. Because I mean, obviously Crochet, I just don't see it. So, like, really seems like
I feel like the whole Red Sox aren't like good. Like the Red Sox are totally gonna do this, right?
No, they're gonna have to. I'm curious what you think. Here's my immediate pivot for each of the teams that lost Soto. I mean, we know what the Dodgers did. Congratulations on Michael Conforto. The Red Sox are gonna trade for Crochet. They're just gonna do it. Like my guess is within 5 days, like by the end of the meetings.
Yeah.
Yankees are going to sign Fried and probably trade for Bellinger, also probably within the next week or so. Toronto's going to pretend to sign a bunch of guys and not doing it.
Toronto's going to sign Santander. I'm not trolling about that one.
Wait. Speaking of Toronto, I can't wait to hear what their offer was. We haven't heard that at all.
Honestly, how funny would it be if it was like 850? And he was just like, "Fuck you."
That crazy, but like I do think like it was over 700 million. It has to be, right?
My guess is I think this was a Yamamoto situation for them, and they got to 7 and basically told Soto like, "Look, unless you're serious about coming here, we're not going over 7." And he was like, "I'm not serious about going there," and so they dropped at 7. That's the last we heard.
Say they have it with the Red Sox.
The Red Sox, I honestly think we're going to find out the Red Sox stopped at like 625.
No, they stopped at 700.
Do we know that?
Yeah, it came out. It was 15 for 700.
When did that come out?
I think it came out. It was like some Red Sox reporter.
Sorry, what happened?
We're talking about the Red Sox final offer.
Oh yeah, it was 700 million.
Yeah.
It was okay. I thought last we heard was that
it was
ballpark of 700.
Cotillo, whatever his name is.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot. I do remember that now. Yeah. So I think both the Red Sox and the Jays stopped at 700 then, and like basically at that point we're told you're not in.
I think that's what Heyman said Saturday, where it's like he had a bunch of stuff.
Heyman said no. So Heyman said that 4 teams were in the ballpark of 700. At that point, what I think just from like kind of shit that I read, saw, whatever, the Mets were at 700 and possibly also the Jays, but the Sox and Yankees were not yet.
And then I think
that was like Friday. That was like Friday.
And then the Mets went up to 730. And then
Mets went up to so here's the timeline that I laid out with Max, and then we agree is probably right. Yankees were, we don't know the number, let's say 675. Mets were at 700. Yankees bumped to 710. Mets bumped to 730 in response. That's when that Heyman article came out. So Mets 730, Yankees 710.
Which I would assume is what happened because you mentioned 710, 730. So
right. I mean, like Heyman didn't pull those numbers out of nowhere. Like those were the numbers. So then the Mets probably went to 750-ish after that.
Yeah, they said 750 because I think there was an article by like Nightingale that came out. He was like he might be a 750 million.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So then my guess is at that point, that's when the Yankees went to their final 760 over 16 offer. And then the Mets counter was 765-15 with Jesus Christ.
Escalators.
I'm laughing at Omar's comment. I just looked up to this on the screen.
What did Omar say?
Motherfucker.
It's just like that voice.
Oh God.
Good.
Um,
Good. That's good. God, I
Anyway,
love Omar. Omar and I have to go watch a sporting event together at some
Yeah.
point. But I feel like
Watch
it's gonna
Aaron
end with
Judge.
him like it's gonna end with like me with him. You ever seen The Simpsons and like when Homer
Hallmark.
when Homer is like strangling Bart?
Yeah.
Those clips, that would just be Omar and me.
Yeah. Which one are you strangling? Which one?
Oh, he's definitely strangling me.
Yeah, I
I'm
agree.
much
I just
smaller
wanted to
than
make
him.
sure. Yeah. Yeah, Tyrese, you're gonna have to tell us when you're in New York over the summer so that we can all go watch Juan Soto together.
I'll go boo him.
I am
you're not.
trying my hardest to try to get there for opening week, but I will see what happens.
It's gonna be.
I don't want to. I mean,
expensive, too.
because of Juan Soto, I would go, but like, I don't really want to be at Citi Field opening week. It's fucking cold out
Then
there.
again, like, damn, I would like to go to the David Wright retirement game.
Yeah, that's in July. That's in July. The tickets for
Mr.
that
No
are
MVP, just like
What'd you
Derek Jeter, Mr. No MVP.
All right, dude.
all right. Whatever.
760 for
Dude,
16.
I love David Wright. David Wright was one of my favorite players growing up. It was
Look,
so
we
funny.
can be truthful with each other. I just admitted to you like an hour ago that I actually do appreciate Derek Jeter as a way of shitting on Aaron Judge. So
I appreciate his leadership. And I appreciate him
Showing up when it matters.
performances and like title runs, but I wish he would have moved off shortstop. That's all. But besides that, I mean, like
look,
he's
we don't need
literally
to
like
talk
the
about this
perfect leader.
right now.
Yeah,
But
we don't have to right now. That's all.
two things I find very interesting about like both involving A-Rod about baseball history is one, what happens to the Yankees if A-Rod stays at short and Jeter moves to third? Because like A-Rod was a better shortstop.
Yeah.
And two is what happens if A-Rod signed with the Mets like he wanted to in 2000. But anyway,
Well, he should have. So
that's a topic for another day.
go back to the Yankees. We gotta go back to the Yankees.
Yeah.
I do think, because Khan brought it up, I do think that they Kyle Tucker in 2020.
Yeah, I think it's hard to sign Kyle Tucker. He's being an asshole. Like he's a Yankee for sure.
I don't know for sure.
I think for sure. I think they're going to be embarrassed.
I wonder if the Astros, for some reason, actually if they actually end up like looking like crap in the first half, because that team stinks.
Yeah, if they trade him, I guess that, and he extends where he gets traded to, that's the only chance that, because the Astros aren't trading shit to the Yankees.
Fuck, that's right. Yeah.
I really think I would honestly bet that Kyle Tucker's a Yankee next year. I would, because I think
and they definitely have money to spend. So
yeah, and I think they're like understandably embarrassed that they lost Soto. So
I don't think that now I think about it, I don't think that the Yankees are going to sign any free agents outside of Fried, like any ones that have qualifying offers.
No, they're going to trade for Bellinger. They're going to sign.
Teoscar does have one though, right?
Oh, he does.
He does.
Or doesn't?
He does.
He does.
Yes.
Hold on. I think he does. No, he doesn't. No, wait, he does.
He didn't get one when he went to when he went to free agency with Seattle after Seattle.
Yes, he does.
Oh, yeah, he was bad in Seattle.
They didn't give it to Bueller. They gave it to Hernandez, but not Bueller. That's what it was.
Yeah.
I think Bueller's a Met.
I think either Bueller or Eovaldi's a Met. I don't know which, but
I don't think Eovaldi. I think he'd probably be Bueller.
35.
I probably prefer Bueller.
I prefer Bueller just because of the stuff.
Because it's going to be like a 1 year. It's going to be like a 1 year deal. Eovaldi will probably want something longer. And Bueller, he was shitty last year, but it's in there.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't work out, it's fine. They got the depth.
He also just suddenly refound his inverted.
Literally in Citi Field, which is
his IVB, which is so funny, and it looked like he was before his injury. So
yeah.
I mean,
the thing is, I would be totally down with it, and hopefully he finds a ship. But also, they can afford it because they have the depth. As long as you're not banking on him being the top of your rotation from the beginning, they have the depth to deal with.
And also, he didn't get a qualifying. I feel like he didn't.
He did not get a QO. He did not get a QO.
I feel like he didn't as a sign of respect.
Because
Dodgers, right?
the Dodgers didn't want to fuck him. They knew they weren't going to sign him, and they didn't want to screw him over. Yeah, absolutely.
And also, you closed out our World Series. You were cool with you. Can I leave this real quick? Just our next topic. I think it's a great topic.
Yeah, I was going to also.
Speaking
go
of the
ahead.
Dodgers, obviously, and they're obviously they signed Snell. They re-signed Trinan.
They're
They
going to re-sign. They're going to sign
Conforto.
Sasaki.
Probably going to sign Sasaki. They're
I want
obviously
Sasaki to be
number
a
one
Padres
now.
so badly. It would just be so funny if he signed with the Padres.
Either or. Do you like what? Think you guys are a top two? Like, do you think you guys are better than not better than Dodgers? Obviously, do you think you're better than the Padres right now?
Yeah.
And this very second, no, just because they haven't filled out the
Do you
staff.
think that you guys can get to that point?
Yes, for sure, absolutely.
I think we're better than the Padres.
I think if you run something like the team out there that I talked about earlier, right before Con left, that team is better than the Padres.
Right. And I think, good news is for the Yankees is that the offense is going to suffer, unfortunately, without Soto. But, they could still they'll still be a playoff team.
Yeah, of
the
course.
Orioles don't really, they kind of don't have, that the it factor, I feel. Does that make sense?
No, I agree with you. They collapsed.
They really fell off last year.
Yeah,
in the second
absolutely.
half. And I know the Yankees went through that stretch, but they
it was different. It was different.
and they scored one run in 2 playoff games.
Yeah, no, they embarrassed. I mean, the
No.
Yankees the thing is, the Yankees had a rough few months. They got their shit together in time for the playoffs, and then they played well in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, it was mostly due to Soto.
Everybody but played well in the playoffs.
Yeah.
No,
maybe.
Actually, their offense was mostly shitty, other than Soto or Stanton for the first 2 rounds. But
oh yeah, Rabbit's in. Thank God for him. Jesus.
Anyway, I want to get your thoughts, Reese, on the other Mets. So just not much Mets moves so far this offseason, but we got Montas and we got Holmes. So what are you thinking? How do you feel about those 2 pitching acquisitions?
I mean, I think the Montas acquisition is whatever. If he can give you 150 innings, 160 innings, you feel fine about it. They probably want him to be probably the workhorse of the staff.
Yeah, I mean it's Severino, right? It's just that's the Severino.
Yeah, it's just you pitch to the 4 ERA, just around that.
Yeah.
Eat a bunch of innings, keep the ball in the ballpark, beat the City Field merchant, because Severino was the City Field merchant last year. Holmes is interesting because they basically paid a slight premium for an elite setup man to help the bullpen out, and if you do get a starter,
it's an underpay by a ton.
Yeah. So and it's for 2 years. So
3 years.
Yeah. Well, I mean 2 years guaranteed.
That's right. You can opt out after 2. That's right. I forgot.
Yeah. If he opts out, then okay. So it's interesting to see what they're going to do with that because again, they gave themselves a really good contingency plan and it's kind of starting pitching and relief pitching, and you figure in the playoffs he's going to come out the bullpen. So
yeah, of course. I mean, he's not. Jesus Christ! If he's actually a number 2 starter, we have a problem. he's not good. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait. By the way, sorry to butt in again. One of my buddies just texted me. Hilarious. Funny that Boris just had his previous biggest contract get told to F off when he used his opt out and learned from it.
Yeah. Yeah, that is funny. Yeah. Anyway, I agree. Montas, it's just Severino. If he pitches to a 4 ERA, gives them 180 innings, you're golden. If he's better than that, great. Holmes is, a gamble that you can take. He'll be fine in the bullpen if he has to be in the bullpen. If he's a starter, that's awesome. But obviously need more. I would really like them to re-Mac Manaya. Pete, for nostalgia purposes, let's let him break the home run record and then have Soto break it in a few years. When he's hitting 40 home runs a year, he'll break it in 5 years, 6 years.
He'll break it while Pete's on the team, which would be funny.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, he could break it while Pete's on the team, which would be well, he won't catch Pete. If Pete's still on the team, he won't catch Pete.
Anyway,
no, he won't. He's throwing 230 home runs behind him. He's not going to catch him.
He loves City Field, man.
Dude, he's not catching Pete while he's on.
That's literally impossible. If Pete is still hitting home runs for the Mets, Soto cannot catch him.
Pete might get to 500 someday.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know because he's clearly on the downswing.
I'll say 400. I'll say 400.
Yeah, 400
for sure. 400
for sure. But then Pete will be off the team in 5-6 years. Soto's not catching Pete Dye. Like you can't make up 230 home run gap on a guy that hits 35 to 40 home runs in a bad
He's
year.
getting paid $805 million. I want a homer every at bat. But I mean, like I think the pitching isn't a work in progress, but it's a pretty good base to go off from. They probably need another. They need another guy, but
they need a hitter somewhere.
I don't know where you find the bat, but like I think
so like I said, if you can trade McNeil for pitching, I would go get Gleyber to replace him, and then I just want Peterson there to split time with Marte or someone of that caliber to split time with Marte at DH.
I think what's going to happen is they're probably going to have Nimmo splitting time with Marte because I think they want Nimmo to play the field less.
Yeah, but that's just like a rough. If you're going to have both Taylor and Siri in the lineup, that's tough.
I mean, like Siri was an average bat.
He's fine, but Siri is like the worst hitter in the majors.
But Siri has pop. That's the thing.
He does, but that's all he has. He has to run into one. That's it.
If Tyrone Taylor and Siri are your 8-9, like you're fine.
It's
like,
okay. I just don't.
For the regular season, it's fine.
The thing is, don't forget, with paying Soto $51 million, they're $129 million below last year's payroll. I'm not saying they have to make up the rest of it, but like they're going to spend more money.
But the thing is, like again, like all the position players.
Oh, I'm sorry, not that because I forgot about Montas and Holmes. So what? Holmes is 13, Montas is 17. So they're about $100 million below last year's payroll.
Yeah, so it's like, and then
you send Pete for 30, right? Then you still have like 30 to spend probably without like even worrying about being anywhere near last year's payroll still.
Yeah, so like I don't really know where you fit another bat into the lineup unless you're just like we want a dedicated DH, and I don't know if they would.
I just think I could very easily see them trading McNeil for pitching. I think like
I don't know who wants McNeil for pitching. Like
the Mariners want McNeil. The Mariners want McNeil. They've wanted him for years.
I don't think the Mariners really care about McNeil that much anymore. Like he's an average bat, but still like again, if you're the Mets, like again, like the Gleyber thing sounds nice. I don't think they would go for Gleyber. I don't really see that happening. Like I think
it's been out there a little bit. It's been out there a little bit.
Yeah, but like McNeil's like a left-handed second baseman like that, and he has pop. So it's like.
Yeah, but don't forget that Lindor also hates him.
Oh, they want to keep on.
No, they're fine. They're fine.
Yeah, so like if I'm assuming lineups, I'm thinking it's gonna be Vientos, Lindor, McNeil, Pete. DH is gonna be Marte spending time with Nimmo, and you have Siri and Taylor. Whenever Nimmo's DHing, you have Soto to right, obviously.
Alvarez.
And then Alvarez behind the dish. For the rotation, I mean, if you can do Senga, Manaya, Buehler, like I would do Manaya, Buehler, and then like you have Senga, Manaya, Buehler,
Montas, Holmes, Peterson.
Yeah, I would do that. And then you still.
I just would like an upgrade on. I don't know.
I mean, who do you? I mean, like that rotation.
The problem is Senga's still like an unknown. Like he didn't really pitch last year.
Yeah, but he pitched well in 2023, so it's kind of hard to be like.
Yeah, I'm not worried about him as like a good player. I'm worried about him as a healthy player.
I mean, sure, but
Verlander and Scherzer are free agents in case.
But I mean, like the Mets have pitching depth. Like,
bring Scherzer home. Let's go.
Like again, if you're doing that 6-man, then you have Buto, you have Blackburn, you have McGill.
But I want Buto to stay in the bullpen. Like they need him.
I don't want him to stay in the bullpen. I want him to actually be a starter.
I don't think it works with a starter. He's too erratic.
No, he doesn't pitch well when he doesn't get rest. Like they basically had him, like they converted him to like a legitimate like reliever, and it wasn't like good because he did when he was great. He was getting like 3 days of rest between his outings.
Khan is still here for some reason, just hanging out in the comments. So here's his opinion on the lineup. Lindor, Soto, Pete, Jock Peterson, Vientos, Nimmo, Alvarez, McNeil, Taylor against righties. I don't see Pete batting third. I really think they're going to use Vientos as the Soto protection.
Yeah, and then Pete is just.
Also, you have to factor in if you get Jock, he's only starting against righties.
Well, that's Marte is still there. It's going to be.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I think they would be like basically a pure 50-50 split because Marte's not only going to start against lefties, but like against tougher righties, you start Jock, and against like shittier righties, you can start Marte.
Yeah, Jock's just 140 OPS plus, or WRC plus hitter against righties.
He's insane.
Basically.
I mean, he probably like if the Yankees want him, they're just going to be able to offer him a bigger role than the Mets would in this scenario. So like,
I don't even know where he'd fit on the Yankees, so it doesn't even matter because you can't play him in the outfield at this point in his career. He's so awful.
Yeah, you get JD Martinez.
You bring back.
I mean, the Yankees need two outfielders, right? Because I mean, even if they get Bellinger, they don't have a corner fielder.
They do. Yeah, they do. They have Jason.
Oh, Jason.
Yeah, they kind of have to figure out at this point if they're gonna play him or trade him.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot about Dominguez.
I think you gotta go into spring training with him as your.
All right. So what's your?
fielder.
Why don't you do the exercise, Max? What's your ideal, semi-realistic Yankees lineup next year?
First off, I think we should read the comment from Patson on ESPN that I tagged y'all in that y'all did not see. It's fine. It's fine. He said, in the end, I think Juan Soto looked at the Mets' future and looked at the Yankees' future and decided he thought the Mets' future was better.
Let's go Mets!
So, I mean, again, he wanted the Mets. I don't think we should phrase it any differently.
No,
And that might be me coping, but I don't think it's.
No, he wanted the Mets.
I think he wanted the Mets.
He did. Here's the thing: escalators or no, like, if he really, really wanted the Yankees, is he gonna like? He's not gonna be like, "Fuck you! I'm not gonna take $760 million."
Yeah,
right.
Like,
I mean, he'd take the 760. The thing is, because the Yankees went to 760, they had to have before the Mets went to 765. Otherwise, why are the Mets at 765? So if he wanted to be a Yankee, he says, match the Mets and you have me. And like they did it, and he went back to the Mets. Like I think he wanted to be a Met, and like
the Mets
he did. It's fine. That's fine. That's fine with him. I can't I hate him right now, but like
you should. I would hate him if I were in your position.
Yeah, dude don't want to re-sign with my team. It's fine, whatever.
I hate DeGrom. Fuck DeGrom. Yeah.
Another silver lining in my night, non-baseball related. Julius Randle had 14 points on 28.6% shooting, and an 8-point loss to the Warriors tonight.
What did Dante do?
What did Dante do? Dante had 8 points, 3 of 9 shooting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was a minus 11 in 17 minutes. Randall was a minus 2 in 37 minutes.
We love Carlos Towns.
Thank you, JoJo. So true.
Now was 7 of 9 from the field.
Not count. DeGrom's ring doesn't count. He wasn't even on that team. Fuck DeGrom.
His ring doesn't count. But Yankees lineup.
Sorry, Yankees lineup.
Do that. Leading off. Oh God, Jesus, is Volpe gonna lead off?
Ew.
I think if they acquire Bellinger, you slot him in lead off, and then you go Judge 2, and then whoever if you trade for a first baseman, like either. It depends. It really depends. Like they're gonna trade for someone. I think they make 2 trades. I do think you need to trade for first baseman. I don't know who it'll be. If it's Josh, if it's Nate Lowe, if it's Naylor. I think you slot them in at 3. Oh my God, such a fall off from Soto. Goodness. Wow. And then you do Stanton 4, or Wells 4. I don't know, but basically. Okay, I'm not even gonna do a lineup. I can't even think about that right now. Defensively, you have Dominguez in left. Mm-hmm. You'll have I'm just assuming they trade for Bellinger. He'll be in center. You'll put Judge in right because you get his large tuchus away from center field. That dude. Oh my goodness.
He's packing heat down there though. I gotta say.
Okay. God.
In the butt, to be clear. We're talking about...
we're doing that. We got to mention Stanton DH. Good
Stanton's butt, yeah. That's a good butt, too.
And then, Volpe at short, and then you have Wells at catcher. And I guess second base, third base, first base is really what's all up in the air. Jazz will be at either second or third.
Right.
I really do want him to stay at third, preferably.
He's better
Shockingly
than
good third baseman for like a guy who'd never played. There.
He's like an OAA like guy, but
Yeah.
I don't know, like I don't know how
He's
the
better than
Yankees feel,
anything you could get.
but the Yankees have been pumping up Caleb Durbin since like
Yeah, we'll
August.
see about him.
So they're gonna give him. It looks like they're gonna give him a
shot,
chance to win that job. If that doesn't work out, then I don't know, man. Maybe Jose Iglesias wants to come play second. He's coming.
That would be interesting.
That'd be funny, huh?
I do not think he's coming back to the Mets. So
you don't?
No, I really don't.
Yeah, I don't think now. I mean, I don't think there's a reason to. But it'd be really funny if he ended up like going like that was a trade off. Is so we get the pop star and you guys get the superstar. Great.
Juan Soto needs to record a single. That's what he needs to do.
With Donovan Mitchell.
Right. I'm sure
Wait,
he'll have.
Okay, I actually just realized? Speaking of Juan, I don't know why I just thought of this because we've been talking about Juan Soto for an hour. But can we talk about our new muse, Mike Deportes?
Yes. Mike Deportes.
Mike Sports.
Shout out to Mike Sports.
What a guy. I mean, just like the most hilarious tweets of all time. Just like, first of all, I guess he was right about the $730 million offer. So, good for him. But Mike Sports, man, he was just coming in every day saying something totally different than the last thing he said and being like, just trust me, I work hard for my sources. And the picture, my favorite part, though, is his Twitter profile picture is him and Juan Soto, which is so funny.
He's like writing fan fiction about Juan Soto.
I mean, he's just like, oh, God, Mike Sports. I love you, Mike Sports. I'll miss you. I will not miss
I already unfollowed him.
I will not miss all the fucks on Yankees Twitter who I never want to hear from again.
Bobby Malone. I never listened.
No, Bobby's a good dude.
Max likes these people, so I won't. I don't want to.
We're not gonna say anything negative about Malone. He's a phenomenal.
He seems like a nice guy. He's just.
He has a lot. I mean, he obviously has a lot of thoughts, but he's just.
He has a lot of thoughts. Yeah, that's one way to say it.
He's a phenomenal human. I did block some Mets people. I won't say them.
No, you can name them. Go ahead, name them.
I'm not gonna name them.
Benuel.
Fuck that guy. I don't even care.
I blocked him.
Yeah, no, it's and one other, but I don't want him in my head, so I will not be saying him.
Chris Monte was fun. Chris Monte was also
fun. He's actually just seems like a.
I don't know who that is, and I don't want to find out.
The thing is, I'm sure that Bobby Malone, he does seem like a nice guy. I believe you, Max, but Yankees fan Earl, like that guy can fuck off forever.
I got no opinion on him.
Earl can fuck off.
I think he's just the fan base.
Every Yankees fan who said no free agent will ever sign with the loser Mets. Where's Juan Soto, baby?
Yeah, I guess he wanted to be a part of it, and he wanted to.
Hold on.
He wanted to. I don't know. What it is.
He saw the vibes of the summer.
Tom just alerted us to Lindor's IG story. Don't know what it is yet.
It's the picture of like him and Juan Soto in Photoshop, and they're like vibing out.
Oh, beautiful! That's just beautiful.
I think number 22 is cursed for the Yankees. I just thought about that again.
It's
Ellsbury and then Soto and Soto.
Ellsbury, goddamn. Jacoby Ellsbury.
I'm really look like I'd be mad at Steinbrenner, but like I don't know, man. Like he was like $800 million is a lot of money.
$800 million is a lot of money.
And like we did call it the entire time that.
And look at some point, I have to assume that Soto told Hal he wanted to be a Met, right?
I doubt that. Oh, Hal told. Yeah. You mean Soto told Hal?
Yeah, Soto told Hal. Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I feel like that would have screwed Boris's entire plan up. I think he just
not like a week ago, but like today. He must have been like, just stop. Like, I'm taking the Mets 800.
No, I don't think that's what happened. I think he probably. I think he really played this by the book. In terms of trying to get the most money. And
he got it
because he knew that Cohen would do whatever, and so I don't think that
I mean, I don't think that the Yankees, because I legitimately think the Yankees thought that they would bring him back.
I mean, they went up like. I gotta say, I never thought Hal had the balls to over 700, and he went way over 700. So like,
Yeah, but like you can't.
there's
like,
no. This is not horseshoes or hand grenades. So
no, they have to be able to fill in the gaps that are left behind now because you showed that you're willing to give almost 50 million annually to one player, so you have to. I don't think they'll go over the furthest tax though.
I think everyone's their limit.
no, probably not.
Oh God, they got rid of Stroman too, don't they?
Oh.
Yeah, Stroman, fuck that guy. I hope he has to go pitch in Korea.
All right.
All right. I think it's almost an hour and a half. I mean, I could talk about Soto forever and I want to, but I think we can probably wrap up here. Max, final thoughts? How you feeling? I think we get the general idea, but will you?
My Yankee fan thoughts are that that I don't know, the dude just didn't want to be a Yankee, I don't know. I now wish Michael King was still a Yankee. That's really about it. I don't have any regrets on them making the trade, but I wish that. I mean, that part sucks, and the part that he's not a Yankee anymore. It really doesn't sting that he's staying in New York. That doesn't really. I don't feel that kind of pain. I don't know. It'll be cool for you guys. It'll be awesome for you guys. But hopefully y'all can overcome the Dodgers.
Yeah. Look, that's a problem.
They're not going away.
That is a problem.
Because that's 9 of those 15 years. So that you have to deal with Ohtani. So good luck with that.
All right. Tyrese, before I just realized I never did the ad read. I'm going to do it way at the end here before you give your final thoughts. This podcast is brought to you by BetOnline. BetOnline continues to be the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for online betting. From the earliest odds to in-game live betting, BetOnline provides you with all the action and the ability to watch games as they happen. With the largest selection of odds on everything from football, the NBA, and college basketball to NHL and UFC. Head to BetOnline today and don't forget to use promo code BELIEVE, that's BLEAV, for your welcome bonus and your first deposit. BetOnline, the game starts here. All right, Tyrese. Final thoughts. Juan Soto. Brett Beatty's going to get a watch for number 22, or he's going to get put on the White Sox. Really hard to say. Either way, Juan Soto's in.
I think Brett Beatty gave the number to Jose Siri. So
yeah, I don't think Jose Siri is taking number 22.
Yeah, Jose Siri had to quit his number 22 in Mets history.
Wait, real quick. Juan Soto hates Jose Siri. It's kind of funny that they traded for him.
They know he doesn't. That's so overplayed.
Oh, is it?
It was just him mocking him. It's.
I kind of prefer that Soto hates him just because it's funny, but fine.
Plus, Siri's gonna cover for his ass defensively, so whatever, he'll live.
Yeah. He's gonna literally make Soto have to do so much less. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, Tyrese. Go ahead. Juan Soto's
You're good. You're good. But yeah, this, it's the biggest contract in sports history. And it's a Met, and Steve Cohen did the thing. He made the Godfather offer. He pulled the wallet out. He dropped the hammer, whatever you want to call it. This is the thing that I think the industry feared for 5 years, and it finally happened. And it happened in the way that I think Cohen wanted it to. I think the two biggest things Cohen wanted to do when he bought the team was get Soto, get Stearns. He did them both. So, I mean, when Cohen wants something, Cohen will get it. And those are the two things he wanted the most. So I'm happy Soto's a Met. I will be indulging in polar bear burgers as much as I can this summer. So I'm happy.
I can't wait to go to Citi Field, dude. Oh my God.
Opening game is going to be. Honestly, I'm not trying to catch them in Houston because I think the opening season is Houston.
They do. Yeah, they're away because the Mets
Yes.
actually never open at home. It seems
Yeah,
like so.
I might catch it, Houston. I'm
That's
excited.
a good idea. It'll be a lot more temperate probably there than here. So,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, look, I said at the beginning, the Mets don't do this. They don't historically. They don't do this, and they did it. Cohen told us he was going to, like, obviously not explicitly, but he was basically doing it constantly on background, telling us he was going to do it. He was going to do it. If you made me tell you the truth, I didn't believe him, but he came through. I mean, it's just, this is the, like, putting Ohtani aside, who is a total freak of nature, this is the best player in baseball, and he's 26 years old, and he's going to be a Met till he's 40. Like, that's fucking insane. Like we said, he's going to the Hall of Fame as a Met. He's hopefully going to win an MVP as a Met a year where Ohtani maybe has a slight down year, or just when Ohtani's finally over the hill. It's just unbelievable to think about. And last thing I'll say is, if you want to keep talking to us about Juan Soto or our beloved New York Knicks, you can join us on the Discord, the Strickcord, which you can get access to through our Patreon with the $6 tier. There's a lot of great other tiers there as well. Forgot to do this part of it too. Wrap up the podcast with it. Patreon.com/Strickland. Check it out. We'd love to have you. We appreciate your support no matter what. So let's call it there. Thanks everyone for listening. Max, Tyrese, Con, thanks for joining me. Can't wait to I don't know, watch Juan Soto on the Mets. What else can I say? It's unbelievable. Good night, everybody.